The rise of the internet has radically transformed the way we access and interact with information. What was once a luxury of the few is now a universal tool for the many, opening up vast streams of data and knowledge at the touch of a button. Yet, with this revolution comes a profound philosophical dilemma. What are the implications for our understanding of knowledge, truth, and reality in a world that is increasingly mediated by digital technologies? The internet's pervasive influence raises essential questions about the nature of knowledge and truth, and how we discern between fact and fiction in an ever-expanding digital landscape. Historically, philosophy has been concerned with the nature of knowledge, epistemology, asking how we can know anything, what constitutes true knowledge, and what the limits of human understanding are. In the past, knowledge was often transmitted through established institutions such as schools, universities, and libraries, with experts guiding the process. But the internet has upended this framework by democratizing access to information. Anyone with an internet connection can now engage in discussions, seek answers, and share their ideas without being bound by traditional gatekeepers of knowledge. This transformation has led to both positive and negative consequences. On one hand, the internet can be a powerful tool for the dissemination of knowledge. Platforms like Wikipedia, online courses, and open access journals have allowed people from all over the world to access information previously reserved for a privileged few. Philosophers, scientists, and scholars from diverse fields now have the opportunity to share their ideas with a global audience, fostering intellectual exchange and collaboration on an unprecedented scale. The internet can also give voice to marginalized perspectives that were previously excluded from mainstream discussions, thus broadening the scope of human understanding. However, the democratization of knowledge also comes with significant risks. With vast amounts of information available, distinguishing between reliable sources and unreliable ones becomes increasingly difficult. Misinformation, conspiracy theories, and fake news can spread rapidly across social media platforms, influencing public opinion and sometimes even shaping political events. The sheer volume of information online often results in information overload, leaving individuals overwhelmed and struggling to discern the truth. This raises the question, in a world of endless data, how do we know what is true? This challenge touches upon several philosophical concerns, particularly in epistemology. One of the most significant issues is the nature of authority and expertise in a digital age. In traditional epistemology, knowledge is often associated with those who are seen as experts in a field, philosophers, scientists, or historians who have spent years acquiring specialized knowledge. The internet, however, allows anyone to present themselves as an expert, regardless of their qualifications or experience. Blogs, videos, and social media posts can carry the same weight as academic papers or peer-reviewed articles, leading to the proliferation of opinions that are not necessarily grounded in fact or reason. This undermines the traditional criteria for what constitutes trustworthy knowledge. The spread of misinformation online also raises the question of epistemic responsibility. In a world where everyone has the ability to share information, should we be held responsible for the accuracy of what we say and share? Should there be ethical standards for digital discourse, and how can we enforce them? In many cases, the consequences of spreading false or misleading information can be severe, ranging from public harm to the destabilization of societies. From a philosophical standpoint, this raises fundamental questions about the ethics of knowledge dissemination, particularly the moral duty to verify and critically assess the information we encounter and share. Furthermore, the internet complicates the idea of objective truth. In traditional philosophical discourse, objective truth is considered to be something that exists independently of individual beliefs or opinions. However, the internet fosters an environment in which truth can become fragmented. Online echo chambers, where people are exposed only to information that aligns with their pre-existing views, create a situation in which competing narratives of truth coexist, often with little overlap. This fragmentation challenges the concept of a shared, universal truth, making it harder for individuals to engage in meaningful dialogue or arrive at a common understanding. The role of algorithms in shaping the internet's flow of information also complicates the search for truth. Social media platforms, search engines, and news websites use algorithms to personalize content based on user preferences, creating a filter bubble that can limit exposure to diverse viewpoints. These algorithms are designed to maximize user engagement, but they can also amplify sensationalism, polarization, and falsehoods. From a philosophical perspective, this brings up questions about the ethical implications of algorithmic control and the power that tech companies have over the dissemination of knowledge. Are these companies responsible for the content they promote? To what extent do they shape our understanding of reality? The internet also brings into focus the issue of knowledge itself. In a traditional sense, knowledge has often been viewed as justified true belief, something that is both true and supported by evidence or reasoning. However, the internet introduces the idea that knowledge may not always be so easily defined. What happens when information is no longer about truth, but about influence? What happens when truth becomes a commodity, shaped by algorithms, or designed to maximize attention rather than to convey objective facts? These questions challenge the very nature of knowledge and its relationship to power. Philosophers have long debated the nature of truth. From Plato's theory of forms to Kant's epistemology, the pursuit of truth has been a central concern. Yet in the digital age, the very concept of truth is being questioned. What happens when our truths are filtered through digital platforms that prioritize engagement over accuracy? Can we ever truly know the truth when the internet is flooded with competing narratives? And how does this affect our ability to engage with the world in a meaningful way? As we move further into the digital age, these philosophical concerns will only become more pressing. The internet's impact on knowledge and truth will continue to evolve, raising new ethical dilemmas and challenges. It is up to philosophers, ethicists, technologists, and society at large to grapple with these issues, ensuring that the internet remains a space for the pursuit of knowledge and truth, rather than a battleground for misinformation and manipulation.